Hello, hello. Today we have the ProSculpt Lip Volume 1 by CXC Beauty. Look at this. So you may have seen this in a short, you may have seen this in my unboxing. I did a mystery box unboxing for this brand, and this is one of the items that I received. This has the ingredients on the back, and this is basically like a lipstick palette. Essentially, there's a lip product in here. You can see the names here on the back. It didn't really come in any special packaging from what I remember. I've already thrown it away. It came in just a clear plastic little unit carton, and that's all it was. You can see through the packaging. It really wasn't that special. If you're really that interested, you could probably see it in my unboxing, but at this point I've already thrown it away. As you can see there is a mirror in there. If you need a mirror, the product can lay flat, or it also holds up, it stands up. So you can use it as you need to, but this is the product inside. If you saw my unboxing, you know I pointed out, because I know most of y'all most likely have eyes like I do, that the product did look a little weird once first received, but now that I've used it for a while, you can definitely see it looks a lot more normal. It just had some weird kind of film, I guess you could describe it as, on the outside first use, but you can definitely see now I have used all of these shades. We have essentially like a neutral row, a pink row, and a red row, which I think is pretty smart to have. I'm going to swatch all of these, and I think I'll start down here, because this became my favorite shade. I know we probably shouldn't start with the darks, but this became my favorite shade. This is a dark brown. I think it is so pretty, and the formula is so interesting. So I tried to use a lip brush, and I feel like it didn't work very well. I then have been using my fingers, and I feel like my fingers work a lot better than the brush did. Let's see. Trying to get some good color out of that. So that's like the mid kind of beigey. And it's such an interesting formula. It is definitely a more matte formula. It is not like super uber creamy. It is not a satin. It is really like a formula I've never tried before. It is so interesting. I honestly don't know how to describe it, but it is incredibly comfortable on the lips. Very comfortable on the lips. I did carry this in my purse for a little bit to see what it was like trying to kind of travel with this, because one of the first things I thought of when I got this palette was, how am I supposed to kind of carry this around? I feel like this palette is very kind of MUA coded in a way. Like, this definitely feels like it's a lot more for an MUA versus the general public, because it's in this kind of packaging. So I wanted to see how it was, and my deduction is that it is a little bit difficult. It is doable. But when you're out and about and you're shopping, like I took this with me when I was going shopping at TJ Maxx, when you're out and about and you're shopping, it's kind of hard to just pull it out and want to use your fingers or a brush you loosely have in your purse to apply this. That just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. So I think this would be really great for like MUAs. I just don't know how good it would be for everyone else who's just like the general public. But I think the formula is solid. I like it. I like the colors they chose. At first I thought maybe it was a little too bright with the reds and the pinks. I'm like, this is a little too much. But this is the first time, speaking of, by the way, that I did like an ombre lip. I feel like ombre lips don't look very good on me, but I was able to achieve the prettiest ombre lips with this palette. And that's also just using my fingers. I was able to ombre my lip using just my fingers. So cool. I really like that. I think it's really cute. I think if you're into like that kind of Korean aesthetic, in terms of, you know, the makeup, because I see like this Korean like makeup trend of like the way they do their lips. I think these kind of shades, this kind of formula work well for it. I think these shades don't look as scary on the lips as maybe they do on my arm, but they're very pigmented, and I think they last decently long enough. But you know, it is basically lipstick in a palette, so you know, it is transferable and it will eventually fade away and you have to apply more. But overall, I really enjoyed this. I was a little skeptical when I first received it because of the way it looked when I received it, but I think this has a good range. We have our light, our medium, our dark, our light, our medium, our dark, our light, our medium, our dark, and I really like just the way that it's set up and the shades that were actually ended up being chosen in here. I'm very I'm very happy with this. I was trying to think, I'm like, would I have liked this as like in a bullet lipstick? Would I have still bought this as a bullet lipstick? And I find that hard to say because I have so many bullet lipsticks, because I very much like the formula, but at the same time I'm kind of like, would I have purchased all those lipsticks in? Probably not. But then there's this, and it's like, this makes it so hard to kind of really travel with. I don't mind using it at home, but no, I don't know, it's just a little weird to try and move around with shades like this. So do I recommend it? I think if this is what you're looking for, you're going to get a good product with a good formula. I don't think it's totally necessary because it is a little bit difficult to use. Like I said, I had trouble using a brush. I was trying to use a lip brush, and for some reason I wasn't really getting the impact that I wanted, but once I started using my fingers did give me the kind of colors I wanted, and I was able to ombre my lips, and they were so pretty. You can see there's a little bit of shine, but overall they are a bit more matte. They're absolutely not drying, so comfortable on the lips. This is such a fun makeup item from CXC Beauty. It's not something very common. I think it's very unique. It makes their brand stand out. And overall, I mean, I do recommend this product. If this is something that you're looking for, this is a product I recommend from CXC Beauty.